Hey cousins, let's take a look at this giant lot of junk watches. Hey cousins, it's Rusty here. I'm getting into this lot here that I paid $25 for, and I'm going to kind of show you. I'm not going to go through everything on the camera here for you, because that would take quite a while. But what I am going to do is get into this at least and start to sort things out and kind of talk through my method here and what I plan on doing. All right. First off, I'm going to have to test this, and I'll do probably a video again soon on maybe just this one and testing it. My guess is that this is Bakelite. Bakelite is a very early form of plastic. If you rub on it, make it warm, it'll smell like ammonia because it does have, I believe it has ammonia in it. It was an early form of plastic. A lot of this swirly stuff, reds, yellows, black, and this green were pretty common colors. So that's going to be on its own. I'm going to sell that by itself. Now, as I'm looking in here, there's several different pocket watches. So I'm going to pull out all the pocket watches here that I see in the beginning. Some horses. What do we have here? Yep, some horses, same cases. I know it doesn't necessarily mean that these are the same. And this has got a chain on it, which is nice. Here looks like this is a hunter. This is what they call a hunter case. Let's see, is there any others in here underneath of there? I'm not seeing any. At least not yet. Right. Okay, so there is one. Actually, look at that. Here's another one, and that's a person sitting in an old jalopy, an old thing case. Let's see if this will pop open here. What do we have? It's what they call a skeleton, and that means you can see inside of it, right? You can see the moving parts. Andre Rivale, 17 jewels. It's a Swiss made, which is nice. Nice little case. I don't know if it works. It's got a cool design on the case here. But guys, listen, $25 for all this. Pulling out these, even if these do not work, just because of the way that the case, how nice the case looks, the cases, I bet each one of these would command $25 a piece. I'll have to get into them and see what the specific kinds are. Let's see if we can open this one up here and see what this is, what the brand of watch this is. Let's see here. Well, open up, you little booger. Open. Doggone you. Well, heavens to Betsy here, folks. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe the pen that pops it open is not working real well. Okay, well, we'll try that again later. Maybe this one will open up. Will you open up for me, son? Okay, there we go. Magistron. Not familiar with that. These are missing the tops. Do you see that? So I can't push down on those and open them, unfortunately. This one either. It's got the little pin, but ow, that hurt my finger. Okay, well maybe, let me see if I can put down the camera for a moment. Well, look at this, folks. With just a little bit of elbow grease, I was able to get every single one of them open. But I got to tell you, I'm not familiar. So we got this one, this Andre Rivale one, and then we've got Magistron, exact same one. And these are two different cases, I think. We've got the horses and a guy golfing. All right. Then we've got something here that looks the same, almost same pattern, but it's a Lucerne, 17 jewels. Then this one's Leger. And this is Magistron again. I don't know what these are, and they don't none of them appear to be in working condition, but I do have one little chain there, and if you look over here, I just noticed on the top, here's a chain for the clasps are similar, that type of clasp, all right? And then I've got a couple others here. Let me drop these down. I like, these are a little bit nicer. Here we go. This one's made to clip on your belt here. So I'll attach one of those to one of these here. And then another one right here. And so, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 6 pocket watches here and 4 chains. Good night. That right there, I think I'm looking at 25, so 50, 100, $150 plus some chains. I would not be surprised if I could get $200 out of that lot of watches right there, plus $15, $20 for this. So right away, $25 investment's really working out for me. All right, so I'm going to actually put all of these off to the side. This is going to be, if not individually, these are all going to be one individual or one lot together, and then that'll be sold by itself as well. Let's get back to it here. What do we got here? This does not look like a watch, but I don't know. Okay, a pair of scissors of some kind. What do we have? Oh, look at that. Now that's cool. Look at this, a pair of scissors that is shaped like a crane. Look at that, it's like its mouth opens. Whoosh, whoosh. This is, used for craft and sewing, typically, something like that. Let's see if the case says anything here. Genuine pigspin. It is the Crane brand, so this is an original case for it, and these scissors. Now they're definitely worn, but these go typically online for anywhere, usually around $20, sometimes more if this is an old vintage pair. With the case too, can really help. So listen, it's not a stretch to say that this by itself might not be $25, and it's funny that that's in there because that's not even a watch. Okay, so that's a third lot right there. Okay, right here we got a bag, and this sucker is full, as you can see, of various timepieces. Some of them old. Here's one, you can see the brand says Loris. And after I shook it, you couldn't see it, but there you go, Loris. I'm not seeing any other brand names off of the dial for pieces yet, and I'm sure that there are several in here. Here's one. What do we got there? It's a Louis. All right. There's another one of those La Haye. I'm not familiar with that brand, but so this lot right here is going to go into a lot, one or the other. I'm either going to sell this as parts for repair for watches, or I might, if I might take out the individual timepieces, or not the timepieces, but the dial, the face, I guess you would call it, of the watch, and put a bunch of those, especially the vintage, and I'll sell those in a lot, and I'll put steampunk in the title, because that's those kind of vintage timepieces kind of goes along with that steampunk kind of style, and that's just kind of hot right now for sale. What do we have here? I'm seeing another timepiece there. Rye Time 17. A lot of these brand names I don't know. Okay, so this is a fourth category here we're going to put in. Moving on, let's kind of some of these little things here. Stock number. What does this say? Elgin 16, Black Shoe Mainspring. So for a number 4358, these are like original parts for, these are old school. These are probably pre-World War II, parts and components. So this will be another lot. I'll put these over here if I find any others. Sometimes they come in little metal tin, like, okay, so here's a little metal tin, something like that. I'll open that up in a minute. My guess is that's little parts and components. See, yep, here's some more of these little baggies. What do they say? Silver hands. So here are some silver hands, timepiece hands. So these are going a lot, and these are just components and pieces for vintage repair. Let's just start grabbing some other stuff here. Oh my goodness. Rolex. Oh my. It's missing the glass on the top. That's so funny. Well, this is so this is not, and don't get too excited, guys. I think the likelihood that there'd be an actual Rolex in here is very, very low. And you can tell already, there's some kind of telltale signs that this is not an authentic Rolex. This is a Rolex copy. Just to be safe, and even if these are diamonds, I don't think these are diamonds, but even if they were, it doesn't mean it's an authentic Rolex. You can find really low quality diamonds and stick them in something. Just because they're diamonds does not mean that the piece is authentic. There's usually, if you know anything about Rolexes, there's a little stamp on the piece there. There's usually a way of indicating on the band. Definitely you got that emblem there, but that does not mean that it's a Rolex. Each Rolex, I believe, also has a serial number in it, so I could open that up and take a look. But it's like an Oyster Perpetual type copy here, which is kind of funny. You know, on eBay you can't even sell these. You can't even sell it as a fake Rolex, even if you say fake. They don't let you do it. I've tried before, and they pull my listing down, so I can't sell it there. Interesting. I'm going to put this aside because I'm going to see if there's any other fake Rolex or fake other, you know, high-end watches or things in here. Man, you just never know what you're going to find. This is interesting. This is a watch band. But as you can see on the outside, it's green. I believe that this is malachite. It's a green stone. Very beautiful green color, kind of a darker hunter green. That could be a cool, I don't know what the brand is, but you know, most of these, it looks like over here are, well, there's some, are a lot of watch bands, so we'll get to that in a moment. What else do we have here? Okay, so we have, there's that doggone Leger again. I have to look up that brand. Maybe, I mean, I've never come across one, and I've looked at lots of watches before. Here's a Loris. So what I'll do now, most likely to start with, is I'm going to start putting watches that are complete. The band is on them, the face is on them, the glass is there, there's no cracks. So ones that are both men's and women's. What's the brand on that? Citizen. Okay, it's a Citizen. Old women's Citizen watch. So I'm going to go through here real quick. There's that doggone Leger. Man, I hope they're valuable. Doggone, I got a lot of them. And then, what is that? An Orvin, 17 jewels. This is missing one of the things. But because it has this complete, I'm going to put these together. I'm going to separate out men's and women's. That's the first step. The second step is to take a closer look at the bands and see if they're made of any sort of gold plate, roll gold, or anything like that. All right, folks. As you can see, I finally sorted through one bin. And what we have now is 10 separate lots. As of now, I'm going to split this up into 10 separate sections, and let me tell you what we got. Right here, my lot of various containers holding marked and categorized watch repair parts is right here. That's great. I also found these cool little vials here, glass vials with numbers on them that have like little dials, and you can see that they're blue. These are like the hands there on the little clock face, some sort of tool that someone would have used to do some watch repair. Also, my fake Rolex collection has grown, and I'm a little proud of it. A little proud of this knockoff Rolex collection I got going here. Oh goodness. Once again, there's the pocket watches, the Bakelite bracelet, which I'll have to test to verify. I got my individual scissors over here. This is also grown timepieces, things like that. In fact, I'm going to take this little timepiece and put it over here. This is the complete men's watches right here. I say complete, that one's missing part of the band. We got the men's watches. That's its own set. Then we got all the women's watches. These are complete, friends. I mean, some awesome old vintage ones. Absolutely cool. I'm assuming none of them work. Here's a Caravel brand. Really cool. And it's got the leather band on it, still in good condition. Another lot we'll have here are timepieces that don't have bands on them, which were just sort of loose. Then over here, I've got, and I know I'm going to find more of these, but just like I said, the faces, which I'll put these up either as a steampunk type thing, or it might be valuable for replacement parts for people who still repair these vintage watches. And then this set right here, guys, is complete and incomplete female watches. The reason they're in their own group is, guess what? Each one of these has tested for either positive on gold or positive on diamonds, or both. This one right here has a gold band with diamonds all the way around it. This one is a gold plate or rolled gold with diamonds. These are diamonds, believe it, all the way up and down this here. The ones here on the leger are not diamonds. However, these are genuine rubies, these red stones here. And this one's got diamonds around it, diamonds. And so, good night. I may sell this as a lot, or I might try to sell these individually. I don't know what will be more attractive to people, the gold or the diamonds themselves. But folks, again, $25 for all of this. And I've only gone through one tub. Now, these appear, by all intents and purposes, to just be either incomplete, like the timepieces themselves have been taken out, or just bands. Some of them, though, several of them, are still in their containers and have never been worn, never been used. I don't know. This is a Psycho, if you can see that. So, I don't know. Some of these might be made out of gold. This one right here, I've not even checked, but that looks to have diamonds encrusted on the side of that as well. So let's go through. I'm going to have to test, and just so you know, I'll probably be doing 3 lots out of the bands. I'll be doing broken bands that are not made, or even complete bands that are not made of any precious metals. That's 1 lot. I'll do 1 lot that's all bands that have gold in them, and then I'll do 1 lot of all of the pieces that are new old stock, is what they call them, that are going to still be in their own containers, their own cases that have never been used. And I'll either sell these individually or maybe all of these in a lot. I'll probably do maybe 2 lots. One of women's watch bands, new old stock, and one of men's watch bands, new old stock. But I'm going to go out on a limb here. Oh, also, look at this. I don't know if this has something to do with work on watches, but you know, it's like a top. So I've just been sitting around playing here. I would not be surprised if I clear $1,000 off this entire lot, between the gold, the diamonds, the old timepieces, the pocket watches, the repair pieces, and all the bands. So for a $25 investment, without really knowing what was in there, I think I did pretty well. What do you think?
Well, look at that. Rusty hair.